trying this DryFly, this one here. Basically it's a double hackle dry, a spider pattern. It's like a brown quill body and a dark or grey coloured hackle, which is ideal for, say, the late season. Now the hook I'm using, this is a Partridge. It's basically a barbless hook, size 14, and obviously a DryFly hook. The thread I'm using is a uni thread in dark brown and 8/0. Now what I'm going to do is first is put down a layer of thread from the eye, just the distance I would have the two hackles tied in, and then come back up, which is about a third of the body or the shank of the hook. Now I'm going to use this is an Indian Grizzle dyed grey, and then what I'm doing here is just take a hackle, fibre length, you're looking for 1.5 to 2 times the gape. Just remove some of the fluff from the bottom, and then tie the hackle forward of the eye with the good side of the feather or the front of the feather facing up, and then come down round about halfway and then remove the base piece. It's best if you use a pair of hackle pliers to do this. It's much easier to control the feather as you're winding. Now you're obviously trying to get the hackle to face, the underside to face forward of the eye. Sometimes they roll on you like that. If they do, you just simply pull the fibres forward and do a turn. Sometimes you can't stop that, so, and you want to use these feathers up. So the fibres that are getting pushed back, just draw them to the eye. Once you're happy, just come up. I'll get 2 or 3 turns to secure, and then trim away the waste. Now for the back hackle, now if you're tying different colours, this is where you change. Basically, like the back hackle can be whatever colour you're trying to enhance the fly, and in this case it's the dark side I'm using. You could use a light olive, you could use a yellow, you could use cream, you could grizzle, there's many combinations that work, natural red or brown. Now I'm going to use a natural black, which is on the underside is grey, in front is got the natural black colour, so that's a good mix. And this is a saddle, it's a micro barb. This was a mate's. Now just bare the stem, Chinese. Just tie it at the back, and then bring the thread turns down, and then wind your hackle up against it. Exact same, wind towards your thread or wind down the hook. To get enough hackle, and once you're happy, just follow it up with the thread, and then nice and tight. Tie it in. If you can cut it at a slight angle, which will help to give you a taper in your body. And at this point, just draw back everything you don't want to catch. Take your time. I'm using my finger here to guide the thread turns and hold the material. I'm going to put a wee bit of wax on my thread, and then wind to the back just before it goes round the bend. Now this is one of the larger hackles from the Indian cape I use at the front. Just want a few fibres. Now you could use coq de leon, use whatever you like, micro Fibres. Length, you're looking at least the length of the hook. Just put that into your finger and thumb. Turn on the top, thread underneath, and then lift. So spread the fibres, return to lock them in. Trim it the full length of the body. There we are. Now for the body itself, I'm going to use this is a stripped quills, Peacock quills in brown. You can see the brown colour. You can use natural if you want, you could use the other colours again. This is what you change if you want to change that back hackle. The brown works out especially really well. Changing the thread colour even to yellow makes a difference. Just catch it on the top. Now these quills come from vineyards. These are pre-stripped. All the hurdles remain removed, so it saves you a bit of work. You're happy with that? Now, protect it, you can either use a very fine coat of varnish, or what I'm doing here is just a very fine coat of super glue. That's a Loctite super glue, and it's an easy brush. And just wind up. Back here, 2 or 3 turns. Catch it in. Trim it away. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do here is whip finish. Now you could use like what they used to use, like a straw, just to hold this forward, or hold it so that you don't catch in any of the hackle. But I mean, I can do this without using that for speed. Just come in. There you go. And then trim. Then all we have to do is tiny bit of varnish. Just get your dubbing needle. It's in at the back. Just touch the hackle. Just get a wee